According to Space Weather News, a glancing below CME, a coronal mass ejection is coming to us, maybe. NOAA forecasters say that a CME might graze Earth's magnetic field today, late today, March 2nd. It was hurled into space yesterday when a magnetic filament attached to Sunspot AR3592 erupted. The impact could spark a G1 class geomagnetic storm. And what is a G1 class geomagnetic storm? Power systems, weak power grid fluctuations can occur. Spacecraft operations, minor impact on satellite operations are possible. And other systems, migratory animals are affected at this and higher levels. Aurora is commonly visible at higher latitudes, northern Michigan and Maine, for example. And according to the giant sunspot visible from Mars, for the past 2 weeks, astronomers on Earth have marveled at the size of the violence of Sunspot AR3590. It unleashed the strongest solar flare of solar cycle 25. It was an X6.3 solar flare. And at one point, it was more than half the size of the Carrington sunspot. The Carrington sunspot, the Carrington event, the speedy storm of electricity-charged particles caused telegraph offices to go up in flames and triggered colorful auroras as far south as Cuba and Hawaii. To this day, the Carrington event is considered the most intense solar storm in recorded history, and those dark blobs at Carrington was studying vast planet-sized regions of pent-up magnetic energy called sunspots could have provided a big clue that something nasty was on the way. Unbeknownst to Carrington, but well understood by modern astronomers, the size and quantity of sunspots visible at a given moment tie directly to the sun's 11-year cycle of electromagnetic activity. When more and bigger sunspots are visible, the sun is usually building towards the peak of its cycle, known as the solar maximum. As the maximum approaches, solar weather phenomena such as solar flares and coronal mass ejection CMEs, enormous blobs of plasma that speed across space and trigger storms like the Carrington event upon colliding with Earth's atmosphere become more common as well. We don't have to guess what the sun looked like before the Carrington event. Carrington himself sketched a diagram of the sunspots he saw facing Earth and later submitted the drawings to the journal Monthly Notices of the Royal Astronomical Society. The images show a large grouping of dark blobs that Carrington estimated to be collectively as wide as Jupiter. A 2019 reanalysis of his sketches published in the journal Space Weather estimated that the sunspots spanned between 9% and 14% of the solar disk's width. And that's huge for a group of sunspots, but it's not unheard of. According to Space Weather, scientists observed a sunspot of roughly equal size in November 2003, right before the strongest solar flare in the modern era flashed to life. Fortunately, the resulting CME only skimmed our Earth and did not result in widespread damage. For the sense of scale, Space Weather edited Carrington's sunspot sketch into a satellite image of the 2003 sunspot to show the two monsters side by side. Sunspot activity has increased dramatically in early 2023, with sunspot numbers far exceeding NASA's prediction each month. Though nothing as big as Carrington sunspots have been seen yet, still the profusion of sunspots and other solar weather suggests that the next solar maximum will arrive sooner and stronger than NASA previously predicted. Whether the incoming maximum brings with it a Carrington-level storm is a matter of pure chance, but scientists will keep watching for spotty signs on the sun just in case. Now, sunspot AR3590 is visible from Mars. Mars rover Perseverance saw it yesterday from the Jezero crater. Perseverance's images of the sun come from its Mastcam stereo mast camera, which puts about 90 pixels across the solar disk. It takes a large sunspot to show up in these low-resolution images. AR3590 is an easy catch, even with these limitations. And this is the Perseverance image that we have right here. And the Sunspot AR3590 is at the 7 o'clock position that you see right there. So Perseverance can keep track of it for us. The Mars rover has a good view of the sun's far side, where AR3590 will spend the next 2 weeks. If it does not decay, the Sunspot could become a renewed threat for Earth-directed flares in mid-March when it turns to our way again. So that's not good news. And this is on space weather. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.